Welcome friends. This is the third video in a series of videos for a program managing data with Excel. In the second video, we saw how we can connect three tables and bring the information from rest of the two tables into a first table. Once the information is available in the required format with the required column headings, the next task is to review this information, this data, and prepare some kind of insight which can be helpful for making some decisions. So for that, we'll use the first feature called conditional formatting, which is available in Home tab. Here, conditional formatting. Select the column M. So to select the column M, you have to click on the character M here, which is going to select all the information in the column M. Go to the conditional formatting. There are multiple options. So we'll select the first one, highlight cells rule. In that, go to the text that contains and type here yes, because we know its information is yes or no format here. And once I type yes, you can see the changes that happen here. So it has given us some pink color here because the format is here. That says light red fill with dark red text. You can select different format as well. Right now we will keep it the default one. Click OK. Now there are two things. One is that all the yes here have been highlighted. So I don't have to search or read it. So whatever mistakes I can make while reading and figuring and identifying, that can be avoided because now it is colored. Second, I can use this color as a filter. So you can go to the business potential column, use the filter button here, and you can now see here filter by color. You can see this pink color. So if I click on that, it's going to give me all the record which has a pink color, irrespective of the text. However, in this case, the text are all yes. Similarly, now let's say I want to find out the numbers where there are double zero. That means somebody called me up or somebody gave me a number and that number contained double zero, but I don't know the exact number. So from this log, how to find out that? So I'll go here, select column D, again conditional formatting, highlight cells rules, text that contain, and now type 00. So what will happen? Irrespective of the number, whichever number contains double zero anywhere in the cell, that those cells will be highlighted. Now, as I told you, you can use color as a filter. So I can go by filter by color, select pink, and now I know only this many numbers where double zero is there. Now I can read the name or refer the date and can figure out. Suppose if I remember it was somewhere in the middle of the month, so it can be 12th, 17th, 18th, it can be one of these three person. I can call them and check. So instead of calling all the peoples around 70 people, I can now only call three people and find out the person who belongs to that number. Similarly, you can apply conditional formatting on all the columns, but let's first try on this column, which is a usage, or we call it duration in our case here. So this duration, if I apply conditional formatting, I can put text that contain, but I know this contains a numbers. So now I can use greater than, less than, equal to, between, all. So if I say equal to, let's say 1425. So you can see here it has selected this. But since this column contains the information in the form of values, I can use the sophisticated conditional formatting, that is greater than, less than, between as well. There are further categories called top and bottom rules. Here again, since this column contains a value, so I can figure out which are the top 10% of the durations. So if I select that, it's going to give me all the cells which are top 10 percentage values. Similarly, it can be percentage, it can be absolute number as well. There are other options like data bar. If I select this, you can see it has created kind of a bar chart and giving a pictorial view of the values in the cell. Let's try something else. If I use color scale, now this time it has categorized this column into multiple categories. How can I find out multiple categories? You can see values. There are some with a light green color, some with a pink color, some with a yellow color, some with a light green color, dark green colors. So the system has created classes or categories in this column. For that, if I go to filter by color, and you can see all those, and more cell color, all of them are here. So now I can select some of the colors from this, say orange color or maybe say green color, right? So let me reverse that by pressing Ctrl Z multiple times. Let me try one more conditional formatting. This time I'm going to use the icon sets. So we have multiple icon sets. If I use this, you can see the changes which is happening here. Full circle, half circle, and so on and so forth. I want to go for an icon set which is, let's say, this one. If I click on this, what's going to do? It's going to divide this data into 5 classes. All the 4 quadrants of this square blank, 1 quadrant filled up, 2 quadrant filled up, 3 quadrant filled up, and all the 4 quadrants filled up. If I go by filter by color, I can see those categories. So if I select, let's say this one, it's going to show me all the values which is in this category. So this is the way we can use the conditional formatting, and with that we can have additional functions features available for filtering the data. Now in this particular icons, in what basis the system has assigned some cells with a all blank quadrant, all quadrant is a blank, and some cells that all are filled up. Means how the system has categorized this data into 5 categories. For that you can go to the conditional formatting, go to manage rules, ensure that you are referring this worksheet here. In that we have an icon set, select that and click on edit rules. So that will open up dialog box which explains on what was the logic used to categorize the cells into 5 categories. Here the bottom 20% blank, 0 to 20%, 20 to 40%, 1 quadrant, 40 to 62, 60 to 83, and above 84. You can change this as a percentage or as an absolute value. And here conditional formatting, if you select clear rules, entire worksheet, all the conditional formatting whatever we have done will be removed. So that's all about the conditional formatting. In the next video we will see how this data can be summarized using a function or feature called pivot tables. Thank you very much.